7:44. Welcome back. It's been a really busy 2010 for movie critic Kevin Carr of fatguysatthemovies.com. From disgustingly realistic amputation scenes to some of the best animated movies we've seen in a long time. It's really been a good year for movie fans.
Yeah.
You're here this morning with your 5 best movies of the year.
Yeah.
And I have actually seen one of them.
Really?
Which is very surprising.
Congratulations.
I don't get out much of the movies.
You'll let me know when it shows up on the list.
I'll let you know which one it is. I bet you can guess, but it is not 127 hours.
No.
That's one of your picks for the best movie.
Number 5, and it came out just a couple months ago. It's directed by Danny Boyle, who did Slumdog Millionaire, and you know, that's what he won the Oscar for. He did stuff like Trainspotting, about a guy who gets trapped under a rock for several days, and it's a very visceral movie and just intense. Danny Boyle never fails to impress. Does these fantastic movies, and it really puts you in the mind of Aaron Ralston, the guy who gets stuck there, and you kind of have to, you know, just go through the grisly experience.
It's a guy whose arm was stuck in the rock. It's based on a true story, played by James Franco, and it's the amputation scene where he cuts off his own arm out of desperation made people sick in the movie theater.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's intense.
Yeah,
it gets you, and it uses sound and imagery and all that kind of thing. So it's not for the weak of stomach, but it's definitely an excellent movie, one of the best ones this year.
127 hours. All right, your number 4 pick for the best movies of 2010, Despicable Me.
Yeah, Despicable Me is one of the animated films. If you know me, you love animation.
That's right.
And this one, it's about a supervillain who wants to get back on top, and he ends up with 3 orphans, which sounds like the dumbest premise ever, but it works. I mean, it's a really sweet movie. Steve Carell's in it. It's very sort of, it's in your face. It's kind of crazy. It's silly. It just came out on DVD and Blu-ray. Has some extra scenes with these little minions. Very adorable movie, and it kind of surprised me because I didn't think it was going to be that good.
Is this from the creators of Up?
No, this is done by Universal.
Okay.
That's Pixar. So, I mean, you've got a couple players out there in the CGI field.
All right, now your next one is called Splice, which to be honest with you, I don't remember this movie at all.
Yeah, not a whole lot of people did, which is kind of a shame. This is an odd pick for me, because, well, not for me, but for critics, because it's a sci-fi horror movie. It sort of goes back to sort of like old Cronenberg sort of stories about these 2 hipster scientists who try and create a new life form, and then just all this awful stuff happens, because that's what happens in sci-fi horror movies. Right. It's very visceral, very, very intense, creepy. It's R-rated and earns that R rating, so, you know, don't take the kids. But it's a fantastic film, just especially if you like that sort of, you know, creepy midnight movie horror. See another Oscar nomination or win there for the star? No, this isn't going to win anything. It's not going to win any awards. Just my list.
Just the Kevin Carr seal of approval.
That's it.
All right, Toy Story 3, which I have seen and loved, is your one of your picks as well.
Yeah, Toy Story 3 is such a fantastic movie. It's a great way to end sort of this 3-part series. You know, I mean, the first one's 15 years old, and usually when you make a 3rd movie, they're terrible. But this one brings back all the characters, and it's very lovable. Pixar has been on my list for best movies for the last so many years because they make such fantastic films. And this one, you know, I cried at the end.
I cried too when they were all holding hands and heading down for the incinerator.
Yeah.
It's a great story. All right, finally, True Grit, which I'm assuming is what you would consider the best movie of the year.
It's one of the best, yeah. And it's the remake of the John Wayne classic. And you know, the Coen brothers, who did No Country for Old Men, they did a fantastic job with this film. And it's such a, you know, it's a great remake. It doesn't try to live up. Jeff Bridges does a great job as Rooster Cogburn, does a different thing than John Wayne, and Haley Steinfeld, who plays the girl in it, kind of steals the show.
Is this out on DVD?
No, it just came out in the theaters. It just came out like right before Christmas.
Okay.
Doing very, very well, so you can check this one out in the theaters this weekend. All
right, so 127 hours, Despicable Me, Toy Story 3, Splice, and True Grit. Kevin Carr of fatguysatthemovies.com. His picks for the best movies of the year. And we'll be talking to you in the next year about the award season here.
That's right. That's coming around the corner.
Gearing up for that. All right, Kevin, thanks. Happy New Year.
Thank you.